gonna try to get to 50 tonight. I've got somebody helping me. Hopefully the game works. Because if it doesn't, I'm just gonna play something else. Maybe some LNS. I had a good break. Finding server. Come on, load. What does finding server mean? Like, there's like 3 people that play this game. What happened? Okay. Great online. Where did he go? I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. Alright. I'll take it. This game doesn't really start until you hit 50. It's not like Neo 2, where, you know, the beginning of the game is still interesting. This game, it's like everything happens when you max out. So if I'm gonna keep playing this game, I want to check this out because there's a DLC for it now, and I was thinking of buying it when my money comes in the afternoon. I really have to re-invite every time. Oh, okay, I don't. Good. Say that's pretty lame if I have to. Might still be loading in. Alright. Okay, this guy's just rushing to the boss. I guess that's the most efficient way to level. I thought actually killing stuff was, but I'm not an expert at this game. I thought it was okay when it came out. They definitely have made it a lot better. Yeah, this guy's been playing for a hot minute. Damn. Annihilated. Let's just keep doing this. There is definitely one thing I really like about this game, and that is the fact that you can carry an unlimited amount of items. It's like the one game you can do that in. They said they had to like make a patch because somebody had like 53,000 items or something. And like, man, that's legendary right there. There's like no there's no inventory management in this. You just salvage stuff when you want to. It's not like Neo 2 where you... like an hour of grinding and you'd be maxed out and you had to sift through all the junk. In this game, it's like, we're just gonna give you 80,000 slots. Which, gaming as long as I have, I appreciate that a lot. Most games, it's not the fact that you have to inventory manage, it's just that you have to do it too often, and it starts to really mess with the flow. That is definitely one thing this game did that's revolutionary. They tried to say this game was revolutionary when they were making it, but then it turned out to be like No Man's Sky. Let's just put this game made by 20 people on front stage at E3 and give people these massive expectations that can't possibly be met. I'm feeling better a little bit. I've had some friends talk to me, and I had fun with the cats tonight. I watched one of my favorite streams. I had dinner. I played some LNS Ultimate today too, over there. I took a nice couple hours break. I really needed it, and I'm gonna put effort into going to see my friends sometime this year. I think that's something I can control. I need to not get so frustrated about things I can't control. I think that's part of my problem right now. In the old days, yes. I think we're well past that point. Video games. We're like well past that point. Inventory management isn't bad. It's just when you have to do it too much, and you feel like you're like cleaning your room instead of like actually playing a video game. That's kind of the problem. Nioh 2 is like, it's not that bad. Nioh 2 is not that bad. I'd say the worst would be like Avengers. Because in Avengers, they think that giving you loot pinatas and you only have 9 slots for every category is good game design. You have to go into that menu constantly, and it's so slow to get rid of them. I think Avengers has the worst case of inventory bloat out of anything I've ever played, really. Constantly have to look at your inventory in that game, and most of it is trash. So just like, it just feels like a waste of time to have to go through all that. This game has better loot than Avengers. I don't think the loot is as good as Nioh 2, but definitely better than Avengers. Avengers loot is just boring, and there's so many layers of RNG for whatever you're trying to do with your character. Oh, yeah, thanks for stopping by, dude. Thanks for caring about me. It really means a lot. You don't need to stick around for my sake. Like how they nerfed the that method I was using to get my Black Panther build. They took that out, and they haven't fixed any of the bugs or the optimization. It's like, okay, you want to make it harder to get loot in a game with like 800 layers of RNG on every piece, and the loot is not even interesting to like warrant it. You know, Nioh 2 had that problem as well. If you wanted to do a very specific thing in Nioh 2, like, you had to kind of live with the fact that you may never get that piece. You may not get it with exactly what you want. But at least they had, like, set bonuses and stuff, so that even if you didn't completely min-max your build, you could still make something relatively easily. And in, like, one of the last patches, they added the way to, influence what Grace drops. Those things really helped. It's just min-maxing was really bad, but in Avengers, the problem is that the loot is boring, and yeah, you can't even really min-max in that game. The stats that are on it, the stat spread, how high the stats are, and then what the affixes are all random, and you can't control any of it. I'll probably come back to that game if they ever fix the loot, but they seem more focused on fixing things that make the game more fun. They fixed the only way to like brute force the RNG and at least somewhat control what you get. They fixed that in a heartbeat in like a week. And then like fixing all the stuff they promised, no, they can't do that. It's not the first time they've done that either. They've done that multiple times in that game. People were doing that when the game came out in like the first week. They had a way to like keep fighting elite enemies over and over and get loot, and they fixed that right away. Keep in mind the game was completely unstable, barely functioned. And crashing constantly, frame rate problems, matchmaking problems, and then they go ahead and they fix the way to actually get loot. Waiting for someone to find a glitch to like control how you control what you get as loot, like some RNG manip or something, and then they fix that in like a week. And everything else is left the same. They did remove Denuvo from it today, though. They did do that, and I give them props for it. I tried the game before I uninstalled, and it didn't really run much better, but it's cool that they got rid of it. Denuvo is awful. I did notice the game seemed to load a bit faster. DMC5 was like that, too, and they killed Denuvo out of that. The game loaded like twice as fast. It used a lot less resources too. Yeah. It just bothers me when they do stuff like that that's allowing people to have more fun with the game. especially when it's something that's not competitive. It just bothers me when they do that, especially when the game is like, it barely functions. Avengers at launch was definitely one of the worst experiences I've ever had playing a AAA game. That game, like, crashed my computer multiple times. I remember when I finished the campaign, it was memory leaking so bad that my computer crashed, hard crashed, and I had to hard reset it. The priority is fixing an exploit that doesn't even really break the game. It's more like it just makes it actually somewhat feasible to get something you want with how horrible the loot is. And they fixed that first. None of the memory leaks and optimization and stuff was fixed at all. It's like, that should not be your priority. Your priority should be making the game actually work. Not crash all the time and run at like 20 FPS. Like, fix those things first. You know, people want to grind for 8 hours on the same monster for loot, then more power to them. They have every right to do that, especially since the game is not competitive in any way. There's no leaderboards or anything. There's no PvP. Why does that need to be fixed? I really don't think it needs to be fixed. If you fix the loot, people would not want to do those kinds of things. Did the guy leave? Can't tell. The devs of that game have, I can tell they're really passionate, but they're stuck working with a really hard-ass company like Disney, which makes it harder for them to fix stuff. Everything has to go through all this anal approval and stuff. But I have a hard time defending them when they fix stuff like that. Like, okay, why does it matter if people are fighting this same rock to get loot? Like, aren't there more pressing matters you should fix first? It's not like the game has a real money auction house or something. I mean, I could understand if that was the case, but there's no real money auction house. There's not people like becoming millionaires because they reset that checkpoint 800 times a day like I did. There's like no reason to focus on shit like that when your game is not working. That's a common thing with service games, though. If there's something that, like, people are exploiting just to have more fun with a broken game, then they'll fix that right away. But then, like, the actual problems with the game just go, unattended. It's just in Avengers, they fix it in, like, 5 days. They don't fix, like, the actual problems. Which, if you're still playing that game, you know how frustrating that is, that they keep doing that. Make it really hard to support them when they do stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, that's my point. Like, if you had good loot, then people would not feel like they need to do that. But when your loot has, like, literally, like, 80 layers of RNG on it, Of course people are going to exploit, because the only way you can get what you want is to just get as much of it as you can. Like, this game actually lets you control what loot you get. You can actually, like, target loot and stuff. I mean, sure, it might not have what you want, but that's a hell of a lot better than Avengers. In Avengers, it's like you have no control over the loot at all. And people love a loot grind, but they don't like feeling like it's fruitless. When it feels like you're making no progress at all in a loot game, and the loot is supposed to be, like, the main part of the gameplay loop, besides the combat, of course. The other part is supposed to be, you know, finding good loot and having something to really chase for. Yeah, he's carrying me to level 50, so I want to see if I want to stick with this game. So I'm not really playing any other games right now. Non-service games. The only non-service game I'm playing right now is Innocence R. I'm almost done with that. I didn't play that today, though. Yeah, 2 more levels. Yeah, but when you've had problems, there's been problems with that game for a year now that they haven't fixed. Like, that's where I draw the line. I understand that game dev is hard, but it seems like they just ignore... They ignore what people hate about the game, and they don't fix it. It sends a really bad message to people that are still supporting that game, that they'll fix that first, but everybody keeps telling them the loot sucks. It's boring, and it's too hard to actually get what you want. And they've given, like, countless whole entire paragraphs of ways to fix it that would be easy. And they don't do that. They just remove the way to at least somewhat control what you get. That sends the message that you don't care about what the community is saying. You're just ignoring them. Which, when you're trying to sell $15 skins every week, that's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. Now, this game has no microtransactions, and they actually have fixed quite a bit of things about this game. It definitely feels a lot better to play than when I played it at launch. I want these guys to succeed, but I feel like this game is kind of past that point. The guys who make this are obviously very talented. It's just, you know, this game was No Man's Sky 2 pretty much. Why do you have a game made by 20 people on the front stage at E3, of all things? That just gives people unrealistic expectations. This game wasn't completely terrible when it came out. It was just lacking in polish, and you could tell that it was rushed to meet the PS5 launch. But now that that's all over, they definitely have been improving it quite a bit. And I felt like coming back. I'm even considering buying the DLC later today. I can't buy it right now, but when my Patreon comes in. So that's the problem, is they marketed it as this like AAA masterpiece when it wasn't. It never was going to be, but When you show a big CG trailer and you have the guys up there talking at E3 when there's like 150,000 viewers, I mean, that comes with some expectations, whether you like it or not. That's not gamers being entitled, that's just the reality of it. If they had not done that, I think this game would have been reviewed a lot better, and if it wasn't full-priced. This game was also full-priced, too, which doesn't help things. And people, it's been proven, people are a lot more willing to accept jank and stuff, and smaller budget games when they're not $70 and they don't try to make it seem like it's better than it is. That's why so many successful indie games are like, look, this has pixel art. Look, this was made by like 3 people over the course of 4 years. You know, it's not going to be super good looking, it's going to play really well. And if it has a good story, it's probably going to be better than anything in a AAA game, but look, it's going to be like 20 bucks. It's not intended to be like have like an MMO replay value, unless you're into like speedrunning and stuff. Like indie developers are a lot more upfront with what they're trying to do with the game, and that's what I appreciate about it. They don't have the money to go up on E3 and try to talk up their game like it's the best thing ever made. It's like, look, this is what we've got. It plays pretty well. It looks decent. You might get 6 to 10 hours out of it if you're lucky, but hey, it's the price of, like, a decent meal or a large pizza. Like, you're gonna get your money's worth. Whether you stick around for DLC or you get into speedrunning or challenge runs or stuff, I mean, that's your thing, but we're not charging you a premium price, so the expectations and the standards are lowered quite a bit. But this was 70 bucks when it came out. It's nowhere near worth that price. Yeah, we're definitely entitled to a functional product, yes. Which is why it was hilarious that they fixed all those exploits in Avengers. And the game was, like, literally decomposing. It barely worked. The game was crashing constantly. The matchmaking didn't work. The optimization was terrible. There were bugs everywhere. You get disconnected constantly. Like, the first thing you're gonna do is fix an exploit. Alright. Like, that's not what you should be doing right now. Yeah, they did that with No Man's Sky as well. That's why when I reviewed this game, I said it was a lot like No Man's Sky, where it's like, it probably will turn into something really good, but the developers got forced to put out something, pimp it out like it's like the best thing ever, when it obviously is not. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Yeah, they did the same thing with No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was shit when it came out. Now it's a really good game. They kind of just like buckled down and fixed it, but you know, they like put it up at E3 like numerous times, not just one. They put that game up at E3 numerous times and tried to talk it up like it was this amazing revolutionary thing when it wasn't. Apparently now it's pretty good if you like that kind of exploration type game. But it sure as hell wasn't when it came out. That game had like nothing in it. You think they would learn from No Man's Sky, but this game they did the exact same thing. The higher prices needed to happen. The higher prices did need to happen. It's just that we're not going to see any benefit from it as gamers. That's the problem. We're still going to get regurgitated the same buggy, broken, half-done games. It's something that's needed to happen for a long time. That's why they have to nickel and dime us with DLC so much. They hadn't really done anything major before it. I don't know why Sony tried to pimp it out like the best thing ever. I think Call of Duty and Fortnite are proof, and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds are proof that you can get people to buy something in droves that sucks. People buy Call of Duty every year. They spend lots of money on Fortnite. They played PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and that game, like, barely worked. And not everything needs to be pimped out as, like, this unrealistic masterpiece. People will still buy it. People are gullible enough to do it. That's why, like, smaller games, they don't have the money to try to pimp stuff out unrealistically. They're more upfront about what you're actually buying. Not showing you a 10-minute CG trailer and then like 3 seconds of gameplay. Or not even showing you the game running in engine, they're showing you the game running on like a dev kit or like a $20,000 computer. Like indie devs don't have the money to do that kind of shit, so getting a look at like what you're actually buying. Like, good example is Gamescom. I streamed that, right? That thing was like, it was like 70% CG trailers. Barely any gamelay. They even had the audacity to say that there was going to be gameplay like the week after. Like, why don't you show it to me now? You're selling me a video game. Then they had the Ninja Turtles trailer, which was like, literally like a minute long of just pure gameplay. That made me want to buy that game. Just that. No bullshit, no CG, just the actual game. That was a more effective marketing strategy than all those fucking CG trailers. That was like that and Sifu were like the only games I really liked from that, presentation, because they just showed the fucking game and not a bunch of cutscenes. Hello. Like how they showed like 5 minutes of that Saints Row reboot. And then they showed like 2 seconds of gameplay and are like, oh, more gameplay next week. I'm like, okay, well, even if I was interested in that game, you didn't sell me on shit. You told me the games exist and you showed me a short film. He didn't show me what I'm actually going to be buying. I'm obviously not buying a $70 movie. I'm buying a video game. This Gamescom was pretty crappy. I don't really expect much from those things, but yeah, mostly just movies. I'm bummed that game's not coming out this year. I don't really have anything to play past October. This month there's lots of shit coming out, and in October there's a couple games, and then after that it's kind of like a void. But that's why I've got service games to play now, so soften the blow of nothing coming out. I forgot about Megami Tensei. That's coming out too. Not my kind of game, obviously, but that's a big one. Yeah, I'll probably get Melty. Most likely I'll get that game. No, I haven't heard about the leaked characters. I haven't really been following it much. Yeah, the trophy list for Arise came out too. spoils a whole bunch of the plot, but I don't even really care about the plot. I'm more concerned if I'll actually even remotely enjoy playing that game. With all that hyper armor. I might like it though, you never know. There's gonna be mods for it too, inevitably, so... I'll probably power through it, see how much better it gets, and then just play with mods. That's what everybody does with DMC5. I played DMC5 as intended 3 times. And then I pretty much just always played with mods. So I'll probably do that with Arise too. I'm sure people will fix all the jank. They've already fixed like pretty much all the jank in Kingdom Hearts 3. There's like entire mods devoted to fixing the jank. I have no doubt that that will happen with Rise too. What's nice about playing single-player games? You can get mods and stuff. And you play stuff like this, you gotta respect their original vision. And when you play single-player games, it's like, screw it, I don't like this, I'm just gonna remove it, or make it better. It's definitely one thing I like about playing single-player stuff. DMC5 is... DMC5 is fine, vanilla. It's just the mods make the game even better. Now, after you've already played it as intended, it's definitely really eye-opening to mess around with the mods. And then when Virgil came out, I played with all the mods removed too. Played the game as intended. But then after I beat it with him, I put the mods on. And I hope Hyper Armor doesn't completely kill Arise, but it seems like it's going to. I hope it doesn't, but it's whatever. Is that 50? Oh, one more. What do you mean you still need to get Virgil? He's $5. Even I'm not that broke. Come on now. He's $5. What the hell are you doing? I don't even know why they even charge for Virgil. Okay, you're charging $5 for a fully designed, fully well-designed character. You might as well just give him away for free. I guess they figured they needed to make some money back because they don't want to put the special edition on PC. But still, it's $5. Just... Yeah, the loot in this game is pretty cool. Well, you need to go into my Discord. I'll buy it for you. Shit, I'd even buy it for you today. I'm getting paid today. I gladly would do that for you. You have to accept my help, though. There we go, level 50. Combo potential in what? What game? This isn't really a combo game. If you want melee combat and loot and combos, then you should play Neo 2. Where do I go to do the tower? Yeah, you need to. I'll buy you the Virgil DLC later today. You just have to get your ass in there. You're in here all the time. Why are you not in the Discord? Come on now. I'll buy it for you. Not right now. I don't have the cash. When I get paid, I will. Thank you. You're deserving of that much at least. You've been very supportive. Not with donations, but just moral support. That means a lot to me, too. So thank you. It's the least I can do. I've been a very loyal viewer for many years. I'll buy you the DLC. If anybody deserves it, it's you. You bought this? Sure. Oh, Neo 2. Yeah. You bought the right game. Not responsible if you bought the wrong game. Yeah, light side, can you give them my link? I can't do it right now, I'm in the middle of the game. If you can, one of the mods can link them, they can get in there. I can't do it right now. One that donated to me a couple days ago. Someone donated $20 a couple days ago. It was actually really useful because I had to go do some errands. If that was you that donated $20 a couple days ago, I can't thank you enough. Made the last couple days of the month pretty easy. And I had some important shit to do. I had to go get my meds. I don't know if that was you, though. Thanks to whoever did that, regardless. Primal weapon, what the hell is that? This game's loot is pretty cool. I can't fix it right now, sorry. One of the mods will have to do it. It's not really possible for me to get in there right now. Oh, wow. That's a hell of an upgrade. A ton of shit in here. Alright, I assume you guys got in there? I can't check right now. This is one of those, you're never allowed to take a break games. That's pretty much what this is. It's just fine, I like how fast-paced it is. Good. I'll get you the Virgil DLC later today. It's the least I can do for someone who's been very supportive. games that don't involve money, which is just as appreciated. Thank you. You've been around a long time. There's something else you need that's cheap too. That can help you out. Just have to speak up, and I'll do it. Doesn't look like I got many weapons. Just got other stuff. Okay, good. You guys are in there. Sorry, I'm unhelpful right now. Video game is happening right now. Oh, come on. Stop it, dude. Come on now. It's $5. It's $5. There. $5 gift from somebody you've been watching for... You've been watching for like 8 years. I mean, come on. You're making a big deal out of nothing. It's not like you're asking for a new car or something, it's $5 character DLC. I don't even know why they charge for that DLC. If $5 is nothing, you might as well just make it free. And it's kind of a slap in the face that it's $5 because people would gladly pay like $20 for the special edition stuff, but they don't give us that. They just give us the character for basically nothing. It costs nothing. It really is kind of a slap in the face when you think about it. You don't want to give us the full experience, even though we're the reason that Special Edition exists in the first place. Because we paid full price for that game when it came out. But you know how it is when you're a PC gamer. Sometimes you just get screwed over. They treat us like second-class citizens. Man, the CPS3 is a beautiful failure. It only has like 5 games on it. And 3 of them are Street Fighter 3. 3 of them are Street Fighter 3, and then 2 of them are JoJo's. And 1 of them is Red Earth, and that's like all there is. So yeah, they basically really only have 3 games on the CPS3. It's just multiple versions of the same game. Yeah, it's basically a bloody palace with loot, which is pretty fucking cool. A bloody palace with loot. The problem with the CPS3 is they were still making CPS2 games, so arcade operators didn't want to pay for it. Didn't really make much sense to pay for it when they're still putting out CPS2 games and there were way more of them. CPS3 just had pretty much Street Fighter. It was like the only successful game on that platform. And everybody hated the first version of Street Fighter. The first version of Street Fighter 3 was a joke. They had to quickly crap out Second Impact just to like make some money back. And by the time Third Strike came out, arcades are kind of like already starting the decline. And they were still doing CPS2 games too. That's what's weird about it. CPS2 got support well into the 2000s. Yeah, no one wanted to buy something that has like there's no games for it. There were still Neo Geo games coming out at the time that were still doing well, like KOF and stuff. The Metal Slug games were still doing really well, even though the hardware was outdated by that point. People were still buying those games and playing them. CPS3 just couldn't compare. Neo Geo was very operator friendly because you put 4 games in one cabinet and you could change them out. So if a new game came out, you could just switch it out. It gave the operators a lot of freedom to kind of cater to whatever the people that go there wanted to play. You couldn't do that with CPS3. There really only were 3 games for it. And Street Fighter, Red Earth, and JoJo's. Those were your choices. They're all very good games, but just can't compare to the CPS2 and Neo Geo selection. They're all fighting games, too. There's no variety. Definitely need to play some music when I play this. The music in this game it's like Avengers. I can't remember any of it. It all just sounds like generic summer movie music. I don't know what it is with Western devs, but they just like can't make good soundtracks. It all sounds the same. It sounds like I'm just watching a never-ending like summer movie trailer. I need to get my playlist going when I play grind stuff like this. This music, I can't even really even hear it. It all just sounds the same. played Avengers for like 100 hours. I can't remember a single track in that game. I'll get that set up next time I play this. Which might be later today. We'll see. Coming this summer, Godfall. Well, I'm on PC, so I could already do that. I just... Obviously today I haven't really been feeling that well, so... I'll look into that next time. Just want to check what I've got. This guy's going so fast. Not that I mind. So it's a lot more fun than the pre-end game, that's for sure. This game has the Paragon levels from Diablo 3. You can keep leveling up past 50. This guy's obviously been playing since, like, launch, though. He's probably got a really optimized build or something. I didn't really pay attention to this game until recently. I heard that they put out the DLC, so I reinstalled. Don't have anything to play until Arise drops, so I figured why not. The DLC is only 20 bucks too. I might buy it later today. I'll have to think about it. There's a lot of other shit to buy this month. Keep this channel running. Because I did like a month of service games. A month straight of nothing but service games. The only new game I played last month, was Young Souls. And unfortunately, that game being on Stadia really dampened my experience. Doesn't really have an end game either. Not really a game you can grind on. It was good enough for what it was. But the game kept crashing because it was on Stadia, so I kind of lost interest in making content for it. It doesn't look good if I'm trying to promote your game and it crashes and lags and freezes. The game crashed on me like 4 times. That was the only new game I played last month. I didn't play anything else. Pretty much just did service games. A lot of PGR, a lot of Pinnacle, a little bit of Avengers for like a week. Ah, fuck. Couldn't get away. He's asking if I have the DLC. I'm like, nope, I don't have 20 bucks right now. No cash money until my Patreon comes in. Okay, the guy had to go. I thanked him for helping me. Means I might just play something else right now. Are you talking about Genshin or Honkai?
Auron, what do you need? Good eye, Auron. A masterpiece.
What are they adding to Honkai? I know they added the Flame Scion. I just really hate the monetization in that game, so I quit playing it. Kind of, remove that one from the lineup. See if I can make a build without knowing how to play the game. I know how to play the game, it's just I don't know how to really start with the build. I got some decent stuff in here. Okay, what's in the green one? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Feeling a little better. I hung out with Groupie. She seemed to really know I was feeling really bad. She came inside today, hung out with me. It's very nice. It's always a pleasure to hang out with her. Just a very sweet, supportive animal. She's just, she's one of my best friends, really. I like hanging out with her. She was very helpful tonight. Tried to get me to stay longer. I'm like, I needed to get home. I hung out with her a little bit extra. She was really wanting some attention. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. I love her a lot. She's probably had it pretty hard too. I mean, I found her outside one day and she just decided to come up to me. I could tell she had some really bad experiences growing up. Because for the longest time when she would come in with me, she needed to be by me all the time. If I wasn't nearby, she would like freeze up. You could tell she probably got abused by somebody or something. Poor thing. But she's very happy now. She likes just hanging out with me. Yeah, she was really terrified for a while. She couldn't stay inside. She's doing a lot better now. She definitely did not have it easy. I can tell from just how she acted. She hasn't wanted to come in much the past few days. She's been kind of like, just not wanting to come inside. Don't quite know why. What I find interesting about animals is they can't tell us when they're in pain. They can't tell us their experiences or the shit that they've dealt with, but they keep going. They keep going and they don't let it stop them, and I definitely see that a lot in Groupie. She probably had a really shit, you know, first half of her life. No friends or anything. I've definitely fed some cats that were basically dying, and it was heartbreaking. I couldn't do anything for them, but I knew that I was making the end of their life a lot better. And lost a couple cats like that. Betty, Max, Fluffy. It's a shame. I miss them a lot. The new kittens, Timmy, Tommy, and Charlie, they were living under a van. They were living under a van. They were all had bugs all over them and stuff, and now they're very happy. They're living a good life now. They're all great guys.
Wisdom is knowing your own limits.
Although Tommy's kind of a dick because he keeps trying to get to my food. Anything I eat, he tries to get into it. It's funny when I'm eating something that's like not meat, like a banana or chips or something, and he still tries to get into it. He's been pissing me off. He's been doing that a lot lately. You got your own damn food, man. I put up that video of him trying to raid my pizza box the other day. I thought that was funny. Asshole. Get out of my damn food. I had hot dogs over there today and he was trying to get into it. Yeah, Tommy does that a lot. It's really annoying. He does that all the time. It drives me nuts. I have to like stand up and eat, or I have to keep moving the plate away, otherwise he keeps trying to get into it. His brothers don't do that. Timmy and Charlie don't do that. It's only Tommy that does that.
It's good to craft again.
He's food obsessed. He's obsessed with food. It's actually really nice when I go over there and he's asleep or he's out playing, because I can actually eat without him trying to bother me. He seemed to notice I wasn't feeling too well today, too. I don't give in to Tommy. Tommy's got his own damn food. Tommy can get out of there with that shit. I love Tommy, but Get out of my damn food, Tommy. Tommy's a good guy, though. Alright, well, I'm done with this for now. Seems like, nobody's doing the Bloody Palace. At least not right now. I'll probably cough up the money for the DLC. I just can't do it until my Patreon comes in. Let's see, do I feel like doing anything else? That was kind of all I really had planned for tonight. It's just that. I guess I can do some Pinnacle. There's probably a lot more players on the PS5. I'll see if I feel like buying the DLC. I'm not exactly sure what's in it. I need to research that first. I don't really have anything to do on Pinnacle either. I already did everything today. Actually, I didn't do the other Devil Trial or whatever it's called. Everything's called a trial in that game. I get all the names mixed up. But go ahead and do that, and I think I'm gonna call it a night. So I'm probably not gonna play this game again until reset. Reset is at 1 a.m. my time. Not 1 a.m., but 1 p.m. my time, so an hour after noon. It's actually pretty convenient for me. I can log on and do this. I'm gonna go take my meds. I'll be right back. Let's see what this is, actually. This game's getting an update today, apparently. Optimize the fluency of some gameplay. What the hell does that mean? Virgil does feel a little bit jank in this game, so maybe they're gonna improve him a bit. His movesets are really cool, but I feel like he's kind of handicapped in this game because of all the off-screen projectile spam. He kind of struggles. Whereas Dante has much more tools to deal with all the projectile spam. Virgil does not. Anyway, I'll be right back. Alright, this is the last game for tonight. I'm pretty tired. I wanna stream more later today, so I'm gonna sacrifice some time right now and play later. I'm sure you guys know this, but when you're dealing with depression shit,
Again?
it really takes a lot out of you. I'm very tired right now.
Come on, let's finish it.
I just want to do this one run because I probably won't play this again until reset. Let's knock this out and get some more talent cards, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I might play some more Godfall later today. We'll see. Seems like I kind of have to buy the DLC, though. Hold on, I gotta fix this game's frame rate. It does this every time I boot it up. To change the settings. These guys are so damn annoying. I hate them. Really suck the fun out of this game. Gunstinger is a legendary. I don't have that one. I honestly don't think I'll be cashing on this game much this month because I have too many other games to buy. Unless they have some sick deal or I get like an Oil Prince donation or something. Probably just gonna buy like one $20 pack and then the 90-cent Red Book thing, which is actually like the best deal in this game if you're gonna cash. Other than that, I'm not gonna be spending much on this this month. Too many moderately priced games coming out this month to really be wailing on this. I'm nowhere near pity with Virgil either. I don't even know if people really like watching this game. It's obviously not like a mainstream game, at least not over here in America, but I'm sure it'll pick up when it gets announced. When it gets announced globally. Well, it already got announced, it's just when it actually comes out. I'm sure these videos I'm putting up will do better. Right now, people don't even know the game is out. Yeah, this is like the perfect service game for me. It's no bullshit. You just get plopped in a room and you just fight guys, and there's loot and builds and drops and stuff and gear. It's like the perfect service game for me. I put a lot of money into this game. I enjoy playing it. I play it every day. I don't always stream it, but I do play it every day. I'm always on this game for at least 1 or 2 hours a day. I haven't really touched the Bloody Palace. And when's the Bloody Palace reset? I might do that later today. I haven't done Bloody Palace this week. Oh, it resets in 4 days. Huh. Alright, well, I gotta get that done at some point. No, he only has one. Gunstinger's in here somewhere. There's Gunstinger. Actually does not look like it's very good. Some of the legendaries in here, they're traps. Some of them really aren't that great. Some of the other ones are like insane for utility. Like that one's pretty cool because you get aerial mobility off it. You can cancel out of that. That's a good utility legendary. This is like one of Dante's best weapons. You see me use this move a lot. It's a legendary weapon. You can jump cancel out of that at any time. Really helps him keep the rush down going. I'm missing this one, but this one doesn't seem that useful. You can live without that one. That's like the first legendary they added. I really want this one. I really want this one. Like, that looks like that has insane utility. Get higher up in the air. Can probably jump cancel out of that. This is the one I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get this one. Apparently you really need that for his Shuriken moveset. But the game hasn't wanted to give it to me, so... I'm nowhere near Pity right now. I'm quite a ways off. I will get it eventually, it's just probably not going to be this month. Yeah, I've only got 17 Source Rocks. But I'm only missing 2 of his legendaries. I got everything else. I got the Yamato, one of the Yamatos, the Summon Sword, the Force Edge, and then I got the Beowulf with Pity. I'm only missing 2 right now. I'm gonna be going for this, but the game hasn't really even wanted to give me any Source Rocks, so... Looks like he's getting an update in a week. So they're probably gonna add something else. Let's see, got any Apollo Gems in here? No. Just changing the DMC2 for a while.
That's me.
You get to use these sick threads in an actual good game. He did a really good job on this character model. He looks great. It's cool that they had the DMC2 costume in here.
Cool.
Let's run with that for a bit.
That's me. I have perfectly inherited my father's genes.
I like this one too.
That's me.
I like this one. I don't know what Virgil has. Let me see what Virgil has.
My power shall be absolute. Let's have some fun. Too easy.
That looks pretty fresh.
Let's have some fun.
I don't know about this one. The third one is this one.
Cool.
This one's pretty good too.
I have perfectly inherited my father's genes.
Alright, well, that's it for tonight. I'm pretty tired. The grind shall continue later today. Probably gonna order some nice big lunch. So I really need it with all the shit I've been going through. And then, I might buy the Godfall DLC. I'm thinking about it. I need to learn more about it, exactly what it adds. That'd be a nice non-service game to have. I'm not gonna buy Arise, because it seems like I have a pretty high chance of getting it from the... I got sent an email, I think it was on Friday. I got sent an email, and I sent them my best stuff. I told them I've been playing for 20 years. Tales games for 20 years. Ever since middle school, pretty much, with Fantasia, when that got translated. It was like half translated at the time. And I sent them videos with tens of thousands of views, so if they don't take that, I don't know what the hell they're looking for. I'm pretty sure I meet their criteria, so I'm not gonna have to cough up money for that, which is nice, which means I can probably, could probably get the Godfall DLC, and then maybe, maybe like one package on Pinnacle. So I'm still gonna be playing Pinnacle a lot this month, just between releases. After I finish with Arise, there's gonna be like a couple weeks where there's nothing really going on. I'll let you guys know when I get the key, but they did say that it was probably not going to be early. They said I'll probably get it on release day, if I do meet the criteria. But like I said, I sent them videos with tens of thousands of views, so if their standards are that high, they're not going to be giving keys to anybody. And I'm not like, I don't have like just 100 subscribers on here. We'll see. If not, I'll cough up the money for it. I don't think I'll like it that much, but I do wanna give an honest opinion on it. So I'll do what I can with that. But other than that, I'll be on later today. Probably play some Godfall, some Pinnacle, some PGR, and then I want to do some LNS later today too. But that'll probably be a kitty sitting stream. I'll probably play that over there. Thanks for watching. My money should be coming in about, I don't know, 8 hours or so, hopefully. Patreon takes forever to pay me out, and I have, like, no money right now, so I'm really depending on it. Whenever they pay me, I'll probably be on. Thanks for watching. And thanks to you guys for being supportive when I've been at rock bottom. I always feel like people don't want to hear that stuff, but you guys prove me wrong. You've been very supportive. I know people want to donate and stuff, but there's more to supporting a streamer than donating, and you guys have been very very understanding and helpful, and just listening. I really needed to release earlier today or yesterday. I feel a hell of a lot better because I did, so thank you guys for allowing me to do that. I have a giveaway planned. I have a lot of keys to give away. I just need to find a good time to do it. I've just been, with all these projects I've been doing, all the service games and then the kitty sitting and stuff, and my depression, I just haven't sat down and made a list. I'll try to make some time for that this week before all the other games start. And yeah, you guys can win some free games, and not just random indie stuff too. Actually pretty relatively medium profile games. So I'll be announcing more about that. I'll try to get to that this week. Thanks for watching.